culling games are heating up, and I'm not gonna lie, man. There's a lot of characters. This receipt guy throwing me off, though. Before we get too far into it, how'd you feel about this episode?
Man, my dad always told me to be a lawyer when I was older, but now I don't think I want to be one.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was like the
make
worst
a lot
PR.
of money, though, but man, it ain't working out for me, man. After what I just seen, looks like I don't want to be a lawyer after all.
On one hand, it's like I really do feel bad for this man Higuruma because he's trying to make these cases that most people wouldn't even take, right? Because it just looks so cooked off the top. Mm-hmm. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna try to make this winnable, right? But at the same time, he understands that like the way the actual system works, even if you win, you still lose. You know what I'm saying? And he's at least like, look, I'll give you the best shot, but then every time his clients get shut down at the end of the day, right? Because he might even get you in the first trial innocent. You're like, yeah, we good. But then when they appeal it the second time, bro, the second trial, they ain't even add no more evidence. They was just like, he guilty. And they got him off of that. Going from innocent to sentence in jail, I would have looked at him crazy too.
I think it's just funny because I feel bad. Like, homie was just like, thank you for believing in me. And next they say you're doing life. The way he looked at Higuruma right at that moment.
Nah, that was
the veins were popping in his eyeballs.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even know what to do in that situation.
Like I said, that look itself was a slur. He was even looking like, what you looking at me like that for?
Nah, that was crazy.
You would have just went straight to jail with me, without me. You know what I'm saying? You would have got the death penalty.
That would have had me sick.
It is what it is, man.
That would have had me sick.
But I think what's just so crazy is that like being able to really see like Higuruma, and I'm glad they took like the time to really flesh out his backstory, because I think it just made it hit so much harder, right? Because you really do see him like not making really that much money. He has a small little office. He's kind of an independent.
It's his
lawyer,
own law office though.
But it's not like he's a smart enough lawyer where he could really be like in a penthouse suite. You know what I'm saying? But he taking really stupid cases. And apparently he used to be worse when he's working with this other lady. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like his girl that's working with him as his like partner or something. I don't know what their exact situation is. She's just sitting there like, man, we would be up, but every once in a while he just takes the most OD impossible case you've ever seen, and I gotta research it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just crazy because like he knows that no matter what, certain parts of society and just the way like the law is structured, you're just cooked. Like no matter how hard he tries, no matter how good a case he puts up, like it's just done. Because once like public perception is already completely against the person, and there's just too much evidence that says otherwise, and the person can't really like bring good enough evidence, or maybe just be like somebody with enough status to overcome the evidence. He's like, yeah, you're going to jail. And he's like, I hate that about law. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why he ordered a retrial, man.
See, and that's where the crazy thing is, okay? Because look, this man was so fed up with the criminal justice system, fed up with his clients, fed up with life, that he legit manifested a curse technique on the spot. That's aura. Now, the craziest part is, based off of what we see at the end of the episode when him and Yuji are about to start squabbling, he might have unlocked cursed energy and a domain expansion at the same time.
It's not a bad take.
And if so, this might be the most goated sorcerer in history. That's crazy. Are you kidding me? Because, like, look, bro, there's no way. Like, you just over here, like, okay, he's got like 100 points, man. I got him ready for the squabbles. But he gets out of the bathtub, fully clothed, by the way. And there was water in there. This guy's he's got something missing up here. He's crazy. And he looks at Yuji and says, oh, you want to fight me? Have you ever killed somebody that annoys you? I have. It feels good. Domain expansion. What you mean domain expansion? You skipped some steps. He ain't say curse technique. He ain't say nothing. No barriers. What the
You gotta understand, he really fed up with life, bro. Like,
does Kashimo have a domain expansion?
I'm not trying to say nothing right now, man.
I bet you he don't got one like
All
that.
All I'm saying is, this man was so fed up. Yuji had the audacity to ask him, can we just borrow your points right quick so we could make a rule?
See, honestly,
he said,
I thought he would agree. Honestly, just because of his whole personality and like backstory.
Mm-hmm.
But now I understand why he didn't agree. Because in his head, he's like, I can do this rule thing better than y'all. Right? And he's not coming into the Culling games from the perspective that Yuji and them have, right? Because he didn't have a whole conversation with Tengen, like explaining exactly what's going on and why Kenjaku's moving this way. All he understands is the rules. And he understands the rules very well. And he was like, well, the Culling game doesn't want to end. So that might just be the new way reality works. So if I can use the rules to impose the correct laws on the world, then I'll make the world a better place. So he's like, why would I use your rules to stop the game when this game is the most perfect chance for somebody with the right power and the right intentions to literally just like make laws exist naturally, right? Like, let's say you stole something from me, immediately your arm get cut off. Like, that's what he's trying to do.
Well, he only believes that because now that he got like powers and stuff, he thinks that's natural. So now I'm like, okay, now he's spiraling.
Yeah, you know what I'm
actually
saying?
spiraling. And so now he's like thinking,
He's like
wait, he's like,
bro.
should I just keep it endless? Because now he just wants to keep doing this over and over and over again, because at this point it doesn't really matter.
Rules. As people keep getting sucked into the game.
But like I said before, he can make up rule like that if he really wanted to.
It's definitely a right or a might makes right take, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, they really somehow ported in Light Yagami into JJK, because the way he moving right now is crazy. He said, I am justice. I was like,
you can say that when you're a lawyer, though.
I understand it now. He moving crazy, man. He moving crazy. But I don't know how Yuji gonna do about this, because I don't think I've ever seen Yuji just get out of a domain expansion like that.
Listen, man, he came off
always
confident
cheats.
after whooping that dude.
Yeah, the propeller head. Yeah,
Whooping propeller head, and then
his homie was like, "Hey, he beat propeller head." He was like, "So did I."
But let's talk about those random thugs he whooped too, though.
They didn't deserve it like that. I ain't even know.
One dude just looked at him. He said, I got this.
He said, "You're a middle schooler."
Bro, he punched him so hard, he slid across the across the ground.
Yuji was a mass murderer back then.
For sure.
You don't survive that.
And it's just funny because the other blonde dude, he was just sitting there like, nah. Am I next?
Bro. I think the funniest thing too is that like you kind of get to see like his little monologue, right? Of like how he sees his life, and he's like, his whole thing is that he likes to be important, but not too important where you get too noticed, right? So he doesn't like to like save people, but he also doesn't like to hurt people. He's just a very neutral existence. Like his whole thing is just trying to stay out of trouble as much as possible. So he sees somebody like Yuji as like an exceptional person, because most people, when they try to like insert themselves in situations, they end up getting hurt, right? It's not always a win. But Yuji, he sees somebody who can win, but at the same time, he feels like that about Higuruma too. So he's like, how do I stop them from meeting each other? It's like two unstoppable forces are about
I mean, he thought about it, but Yuji was going to walk in there
regardless. You know what I mean? And he knows he can't stop Yuji.
I mean, he walked up to Kokari, so, you know.
I don't know. You try to put Hikari on this Higuruma dude's splatter right now. I don't think he on there right now. Higuruma looking kind of crazy. This man was monologuing in a suit, in a bathtub, in an opera house. He's insane.
That's why he got his 100 points, man.
Look, man. I kept telling you, just the ambiance, the aura of how he was presenting himself was just crazy. Right? Like, okay, Kashimo likes gambling. We see him in a freaking like fight club. That makes sense. He's a lawyer. What are you doing in the bathtub in the middle of the stage?
He's still thinking about how homie got sentenced to life, man.
Bro, he was talking about, honestly, have you guys ever tried staying in the bathtub with your clothes on? Feels nice.
I think he's just happy to not be at work.
Something going on.
And I get
what
that.
a 9 to 5 does to you?
Yes.
He said this vacation, for real, for real. All I know is, man, he's moving different. And you see, like, there's like a point where they reflect what's above him. And you just see the bodies of like 40 people, for real.
That was mixed with Kashimo's bodies too, though.
Was it?
It was Kashimo's and his bodies all in one. Just how they've been packing up people for the last
body getters. Yeah,
couple days
crazy.
and whatnot. But yeah,
all I'm saying is they moving different, man. And I ain't gonna lie. it was very interesting to see just like all the different theories that the people have on how the culling games work, right? Because even the receipt guy had his own theories, right? He was like, oh, well, they're not using the people who are participating's cursed energy because otherwise the number of people that are in the culling games doesn't make any sense. And then the strength disparity doesn't make sense either, right? Because what's the point of using people's cursed energy if you're going to put like Higuruma, who can wipe out 20 people by himself, or Kashima, who already wiped out like 40 people by himself, you know what I'm saying, in the same areas as regular people, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. So there is a lot of, I feel like, intricacies going on there, and I guess we'll find out more as we actually get to see Geto's like point of view, maybe.
Yeah, he had that round table.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't even know who the people he's with are at that round table too. So there's a lot of questions, at least for me. I'm an anime only, so you know what I'm saying? I don't really know the ins and outs of what's going on right now, but this is looking mad interesting, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I thought I was really just gonna be excited for Kashimo because, you know, Kashima's potentially about to be fighting our boy, what's this man's name, man? Hikari. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Gruma, man. Hey. He's the Lyogamy actually matches.
Death Note, man.
That boy's trying to really impose his justice, his law on everybody, man. But the one thing is, domain expansions are very powerful, but I feel like Yuji's the worst person to use that on. Because not because he could do anything about it, but because the guy inside of him is gonna do something about you.
There you go, I go.
Oh, me. As soon as you hear him go, "Ganbare go," oh yeah, it's over. He's about to blow up the city, boy. But we'll see how it works, man. I know he gonna have some sort of like courtroom type of domain expansion, bro. He might be like weighing you, like, "Hey, man, are you innocent or guilty?" I feel like that would be his vibe, right? That's kind of the rules he wanted. So I'm assuming like his domain expansion
it's called death sentence, bro.
Yeah, that would sound right.
You know why it's called death sentence?
Because he killing people, man.
No.
Why?
It's because that homie got death sentenced.
Just for him. He didn't get sentenced to death. He got sentenced to life in prison.
Nah,
could have been worse.
That's the same thing at that point, buddy.
It's all key.
You might as well be dead, right? You ain't getting out.
That's tough. Hey, before we finish up though, man, let's talk about this man Megumi, bro. Just that point was funny too, man. So he finally ends up pulling up. Obviously, she led him to the wrong spot, right? And he pulls up on this dude with hella receipts on his body. And as soon as he gets there, right, the dude was like, "Oh, you brought me another one. You've been betrayed, man." And he looked at homegirl like, "Hiya." I got something for you. But he summons his wolf and he's about to attack the dude. And he was like, "Hey, chill. You seem like you're kind of decent at this, actually. Let's work together." You know what I'm saying? I'm not fighting strong people. She was like, "That wasn't an option." And I was sitting there like, "That's because you're ass." It's because he saw you, was like, "I can whip your ass whatever I want." You know what I'm saying? But you useful. You look good, so I'm gonna let you live. That's essentially what he did to her. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I think he had some pretty good insights as well when it comes to the culling games and like what Kenjaku's actual plans are. I just feel like end of the day, man, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for anybody in here, man.
It depends on what this man Kenjaku decides at the table, though.
See, but the crazy thing is that Yuta still went somewhere too. So who's in there with Yuta? Because either Yuta's just a soul demon in there, or he in there with some real demons. You know what I'm saying? And we still ain't seen Megumi's sister, and we don't know if she's in this one. Because isn't she what's it called? She's a sorcerer.
She'll be in there. She'll be in there.
I feel like she's not gonna be weak if Megumi like that.
I'm not saying nothing, but she'll be here.
She can't be weak, man. Megumi moving too different, and she had like a seal potentially, right? Because we saw like the little thing on the game thing on her body.
Which episode was that?
I swear we saw that in the beginning. Because he was like, my sister's involved in the culling games.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention then.
Yeah, that was like in like the first 1 or 2 episodes. So I don't know how she got automatically like pulled into it. It like maybe he made or Kenjaku made a pact like Toji and use his daughter, but I don't think he would do that. I feel like he actually cared about his daughter. He didn't care about Megumi, but he cared about his daughter.
Hey, you say he didn't care about him, but he...
Oh, he set up for some money.
I'm like, he technically killed himself twice. The second time.
Well, he just didn't want to actively kill his son.
Yeah. So I mean, he cares
That's
a little.
the bare minimum you should have as your parent.
He cares a little bit, right?
Nah, but I feel like, because wasn't he trying to like get all that money in the first place for his daughter? Or was it because of Megumi's mom dying? I forget.
She was sick, that's why.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, there was something going on there. But, hey, either way, man, I just feel like this is gonna be interesting. I feel like there's a lot more settings that we haven't seen. And they said there's like, what, 10 different culling games essentially going on across Japan? So, I can't wait to see what's going on in all the other ones, or if we get to see what's going on in all the other ones, right? Because I don't think, is Maki gonna end up joining?
I'm not saying the word, but
yeah, you know too much. Like, either way though, this is a pretty fire episode. What would you rate it?
I'll give it a 9.5.
Solid, man. I'm gonna have to give it a 10 just off the Higuruma stuff, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I thought y'all was just, you know what I'm saying, y'all was glazing, but he deserves the glaze. I ain't seen nothing like it. That's Gojo level of genius right there, man.
I try to tell you.
That's kind of crazy.
I try to tell you.
9 to 5 to domain expansion? It's crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
It is wild.
They really gave it to him. But aside from that, y'all let us know what y'all theories are down below. Any comments? Because, man, this is pretty fire. I can't wait now. I feel like I've been really excited for the culling games, but this really cemented it for me. There's some real interesting characters, and I just can't wait to see how everybody ends up interacting. And once they realize that the real enemy is Kenjaku, or if they even care, we'll see.
I mean, they know.
Do they all know, though?
Tengen told them.
No, but I'm saying, like, even the other people that are in there, you know? So I think all the old sorcerers for sure know Kenjaku because he made a pact with them, you know? So they're probably here on Smoke for a reason, you know? But at least for the people who got awakened, like Higuruma, I'm assuming that comedian guy, because they showed him so much, he probably awakens too, right? I'm just assuming. He looks, they put too much emphasis on him in particular. So I just can't wait to see like how everything ends up like turning out in that sense. But yeah, man, aside from that, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch y'all. Peace.